I want to start this video off by saying I take no pleasure in someone losing their job over their opinions or beliefs. I think that's stupid. But I do take pleasure in the fact that all of those toxic Scream 6 fans who attacked me and others over our opinions are now in shambles and having a meltdown on social media. As far as I'm concerned, in that aspect, those people
get what you deserve!
As it pertains to what this means for the future of the Scream franchise, I have to be honest, as a former diehard fan who has grown tired of the BS that surrounds this franchise, I could honestly care less whether there's another Scream movie or not. Make no mistake, there will be another Scream movie because there's still money to be made. But the question is, when there is another Scream movie, will additional necessary changes be made? Because there should be if the goal is to return this franchise to its rightful place. Let's discuss.
I watch so you don't have to.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
You know, I love these movies. I love being a part of them. This movie has had a huge impact on people. You know, the idea of being on set and feeling taken for granted or taken advantage of just seemed impossible for me to endure, to be honest.
Spyglass Entertainment is receiving a lot of backlash right now on social media. Not in real life, because in real life, most people don't give a shit about stuff like this. But on social media, where everyone feels like they have a voice, what you are seeing is a lot of people taking a stance. Everyone wants justice for Melissa. Everyone wants to boycott Scream 7. Everyone wants Spyglass to sell the franchise, which is never going to happen, by the way.
Anybody care about what I want?
I do.
Shut up. Get out.
And we even have people now calling for boycotts of other Spyglass films, most notably Thanksgiving. Yeah, let's punish the cast and crew of a film that has absolutely nothing to do with this situation, all because you had your feelings hurt by some studio suits.
Makes perfect sense.
All of this is the kind of unhinged response that I'd expect from a Scream 5 and 6 fan. I say again, these people are more Richie than anyone who's ever criticized these films, and they prove that every single day. What amuses me most about this whole situation is the hypocrisy of it all. All of these people are so outraged that Melissa lost her job, and they want the studio punished. Yet, unsurprisingly, they didn't keep that same energy when Nev Campbell lost her job and was forced out of the franchise that she had a hand in creating.
Don't f*** with the original.
Strangely, they weren't vilifying the studio then, they weren't calling for Spyglass to sell the franchise, and they weren't calling for a Scream 6 boycott. They were actually complacent with how she was being treated, and told everyone to get over it. Because at that time, it wasn't about doing what's right. They were all just happy they were getting what they want. Another Scream film with their two mediocre actresses at the forefront. They supported the same studio that they are now trying to vilify. And that's because a lot of people on social media, and even people on YouTube, are really only just worried about what's convenient for them. They don't really care about what's right, they just want validation and attention. They stand up for Melissa and Jenna because that seems like the popular thing to do right now. The inconsistency of their outrage is what makes me not give a about this entire situation. Because to me it's all disingenuous social media bullshit.
It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is? Fugazi.
Newsflash, Jenna Ortega wasn't going to be in Scream 7 anyway. Yet you have people on social media trying to spin this narrative that she's sticking up for her friend by not being involved in this film. And you even have people proclaiming that Scream needs Jenna Ortega, and that Spyglass is going to regret this decision. Yes, it was so courageous and powerful for Jenna Ortega to decide to do Wednesday instead, which was reported on months ago, by the way. And for those keeping score, Scream is what made Jenna Ortega who she is today, in my opinion. Scream was there before her, and trust me, it will be there after her.
It's true.
Guys, when it comes right down to it, I could care less that these two actresses are no longer involved with the Scream franchise because I didn't really like their characters to begin with. Not to mention, for everyone who's acting like they're shocked about this is Hollywood. This is the culture that everyone wanted. In this day and age, it doesn't matter what your intentions are when you're speaking or doing anything. It only matters how other people interpret your words and your actions. As stupid as that sounds, that's how things work now. It happens to people all the time, so now you need to deal with it.
It's Hollywood, baby. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Melissa Barrera made the decision to take a stance, and the studio, for whatever reason, didn't agree with that stance, and they went their separate ways. That's life. Personally, I think they just wanted a reason to get rid of her, because Jenna Ortega was the one they really wanted, and she decided to do something else. So rather than just bring back one mediocre Carpenter sister, they decided to do a full reset. And according to recent reports, that's exactly what they intend to do. They aren't going to recast the Carpenter sisters because neither side of this argument, whether you like them or not, is going to be down for that.
This is whack! I can't get jiggy with this shit!
What they are going to do is try to go back to basics and lure Nev Campbell back to the franchise. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't blame Nev Campbell one bit if she decided to turn them down. I thought you didn't need her anymore. I thought she wasn't worth her asking price. Because you had your new It Girls to replace her, so you weren't concerned about Nev Campbell. How's that working out for you? The studio bet on these new actors and this new fan base, and right now it's blowing up in their face.
My, how the tables have turned.
Deep down, I don't even want Nev Campbell to be involved with this show. At least not right now. If anything, Scream needs a very long hiatus. In fact, I would say never make another Scream movie again, but we all know that's not going to happen. So what they really need to do is get rid of everyone involved with the creative of Scream 5 and 6, because those movies suck.
The dreaded stinks!
And work on finding someone who can restore this franchise to something that Wes Craven would be proud of. Allowing the same writers of Scream 6 to write Scream 7 is the absolute worst decision possible. And unsurprisingly, that's exactly what they intend to do, as of right now. Nev Campbell deserves better material than that, and we already know that she recognizes her own worth. So I can only hope that she uses her leverage, that she definitely has now, to tell Spyglass that what they are doing isn't going to work for her.
No, don't like that.
They need someone who can restore the tone and feel that made these movies iconic in the first place. If you aren't going to do that, then you shouldn't even bother making Scream 7. Don't waste our time. And certainly, don't listen to any of the fake outrage on social media right now. If I know these people, they'll forget about this in a week when they find something else to bitch about. Your job as a studio right now is to appeal to general audiences and repair the image of this franchise. That and that alone should be your main concern.
Come on. Do it. Do it!
Some would say that is damn near impossible without Wes Craven, and I'm probably one of those people. So now Spyglass has an uphill battle with a franchise that was once considered a sure thing.
Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Y'all be cool. Right on.